Oof. Hello and good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm Alex. I live in New York City. I'm 31 years old. I make lifestyle content here on YouTube. And today I am taking you all along with me as I go through the end of my week because luckily I have like a long weekend from work this week. But tonight is going to be a chilly night. It is cooling down here in New York City and most places in the Northeast. It's feeling very fall-esque. So I have invited some friends over to have chili tonight, hoping they can make it. They have a super tight schedule, but I'm like, let me know. But usually my friend Mario and I go running. So I invited him and his husband over for some chili tonight. I'm gonna make my really good cornbread. We're gonna have some veggie chili. I'm walking to the store now because I need a couple of ingredients. So I just wanted to spend my time early in the morning doing that. Well, some of my time. If you watch my last vlog, you know I am on a journey to be very dedicated and very disciplined about literally getting up at 5:30, making it to the gym by 6, being done by 7, being able to have my breakfast, have some time to work on content and other things, and kind of like get started a little early on my work day, because my work day technically begins at 9. So it is almost 7 o'clock in the morning, still not perfect. Turned my alarm off at 5:30 and like started to I turn off the air conditioner so it's not freezing cold. And I feel better about getting up. Started scrolling a little bit, looked at some of my emails, got up, started to get dressed, and I started to think about, how much time I was gonna have in the gym, what I wanted to do this morning. And I remember I needed to go to the store, and I was like, I can spend some of my time going to the store. So what I'm doing now, because I was just gonna walk on the treadmill and clear out my email, I figured I just walk to the store, walk back. I can hop on the treadmill if it's not long enough, and then continue with my day, whatever. I'm happy to be up in the morning and up and about and using my time, because let me tell you something, when I get up on time and 8 o'clock rolls around and I'm finishing making breakfast and I have that whole hour to I've had some hours to work out, to get up and all this stuff, but then to have that time to be enjoy my breakfast, watch a YouTube video maybe, do some content work, make some reels, all that stuff, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I'm up early as hell, outside, and I will keep you along with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
U.S. senators introduced legislation that could lead to fresh sanctions. But people here are hoping for something different, says Lindy, the former ambassador.
So I think the challenge now is to see whether a relationship can be predicated on necessarily focus.
That echoes what the government here has been saying. It wants to recast its relationship with the U.S. and others through the lens of what's called geoeconomics, moving the focus away from security and geopolitics to development, investment, and trade. Adam Weinstein is a research fellow at the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft.
It wants the world to view it as a so-called normal country, not just Afghanistan's neighbor, not just a hotbed of the counterterrorism fight.
One country that already does so is China, which does have its own strategic interest in cultivating a strong relationship with Pakistan, but it's also been a consistent friend over the years.
Hello, and welcome back to Chili Day. A lot has gone on since this morning, okay? I am just making a really valiant effort to still make this happen. Make this happen is finish work, which is still going on in the background, make chili, good quality, made with love, going to blow my guest away chili, make this cornbread, and still make it out for our run. And I think I'll meet Mary at 6:30. It's 5 o'clock now. Chili does not take long because I'm prepping. Cornbread does not take long. Whew, almost done with work. So I just wanted to show you how I'm making my chili. I do use canned beans, so I've combined all my beans in a beautiful bowl here. And I have chili beans, which I left most of the juice from the can in there. The black beans I rinsed off, and I have some kidney beans I rinsed off. Sometimes I'll get like a chili bean mix depending on what grocery store I go to. Usually it's Whole Foods that will have like the chili mix of beans, which is so convenient. And I just like rinse them out usually then too. Just because the stuff that they have in the canning liquid, I'm like not interested in. So I rinsed 2/3 of the beans off. The chili beans, they just have, I probably just like chili in some type of water and preservative in them, so I just left them. As far as veggie, this is a veggie chili, so I have a nice big bowl of veggies here, nice and chunky cut. Honestly, just kind of not even a brunoise, but kind of like a rough brunoise, if you will, of orangish yellow peppers. I know it's just different stages of what the colors they are. Red pepper, green poblano pepper, as well as some rough chopped garlic and shallots. I'm gonna sear this first, and then I'm going to add like tomato sauce, salt, all of my seasoning. I'll share with you my seasoning mix. And then, so I'll start with the vegetables and saute them down, let them sear and release all their flavors and kind of release some moisture there. So that kind of starts our sauce, if you will. And then from there, I am gonna add some farro to this. So I will probably just stir in, well, I don't know what process I'm gonna do it in, but it'll definitely be the veggies first, then probably the seasoning to coat the veggies, as well as some salt on that level, and then add the tomatoes, and then add some salt, and then add some tomato paste, and mix that in, and then layer in the beans so that I'm not like puncturing them too much. I do them last, and then just let it simmer with the seasoning mix in there. Continue just like to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of cayenne for heat if I want, and then I just kind of let it simmer. I'm gonna do it with some farro to add some grain. Last time I did it with chickpeas, but this time I'm gonna do it with the grain. So that's where we're at. Oh my gosh, I forgot the ancho chilies. I have ancho chilies, hold on. Okay, maybe I won't do it this time. I got ancho chilies because I want to make a mole style chili. You can hear the seeds inside. I'm gonna cut this up. And I don't have time. Okay, so I don't have time for that, but I'm gonna show you all my little spice mix. So these are my spices. I'm doing garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, pumpkin spice, cumin, cayenne, berbere, just because it's red and it's good. So I'll probably add like, I don't measure by teaspoons, but it's usually like a lot of this. Okay, so I'm gonna order them and how much I use them. So in this one, it's gonna go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And then this will fall like somewhere in here. Okay, so in priority of how I'm gonna do these, you need plenty of chili powder. I like a lot of cayenne with plenty of, this says it has lots of rich in capsaicin. Cumin to give it that like rich flavor. I don't know how to describe cumin. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I think of like cumin and fenugreek in like the same family, like with coriander and stuff. It's just very aromatic. So I like to have cumin, and it makes it a little more like toothsome flavor wise. I don't know how else to describe it. Berbere powder, and then garlic powder, pumpkin pie spice, just because these are warm baking spices that do really well in chili. And I'm also gonna add some harissa. So there it is. We're about to make some chili. Back here, you'll see Jiffy cornbread, as well as some creamed corn that goes into the cornbread. So let's rock and roll. I am using this big pan, just not because it's my favorite. I actually am not a huge fan of this after all, with some of the cooking methods that I need to do, but it can be used for some stuff. But I'm getting it hot now. I'm going to add like the slightest bit of oil, and then I'm just gonna let the veggies sizzle in there, but it's still heating up. All right, so I've started cooking my veggies and searing them down. There's plenty here. I'm like, this pan is so big and wide. I'm wondering if there's like enough, but Look, it spreads all over. Look at how beautiful these colors are. This is so pretty. Between the shallots and the peppers and all this stuff. One reason I'm not crazy about this pan is because whatever material it is, it doesn't have that like Maillard reaction. I don't know why, but like the liquids and stuff just seem to stay on a little bit longer. I don't know what it is, but usually you hear this sizzling, but for some reason it will draw the liquid from the veggies and stuff, but it won't like sear down very easily. I don't know. It's just gonna take a minute. I'm gonna be happy with it overall, but I'm not crazy about this pan, and I can't wait till I get my Le Creuset bigger Dutch pot. Until then, look at how beautiful these are. This is it, me cooking the chili. I've started to fold in some of the tomatoes, and this is where we've landed. Turn down the heat a little bit. I'm going to continue to layer in some salt. I don't know what that was, but I have my spice blend here. My mom called me, so I didn't get to show you all me mixing it, but this is it. It's gonna be a lot. Once you see it go in, a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. That's a lot of good flavors and richness, and it's making it a little even more chunky. So we get to this stage, and I am next going to put in the rest of the tomato sauce, tomato paste, and a little water. That's next. I want y'all to look at this, okay? Let me explain something to you. Do you see this cornbread? Listen, I got a piece, right, to test it out. I want to show y'all something. Like, it's fluffy and dense and just so moist and good. Nobody you know's cornbread is really like fucking with this, to be quite honest. Like, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. But I had to try that out, and I had to try out the chili before I go for a run. Come back, we'll have chili night. Thanks for sticking with me. Okay, so it's chili night, and Mario's here, and Daniel's here, and this is the wine we're drinking, and there's still unfolded laundry on my bed, but it's okay. And I've plated our chili. I'm gonna show Daniel's for example. So we have my grandmother's cornbread recipe, which can compete with most cornbread in the world. Kerrygold cheddar on top of some nacho chips and avocado and veggie chili with the red wine that Mario picked out, and he's making social media magic. Fabulous. And that's chili night.